last month, January 2022, a gentleman from Pakistan filmed a UFO for 13 minutes. He got 13 minutes worth of footage. The UFO was apparently hovering for 2 hours at least. And he said he had to stop filming. He couldn't film it no longer because it got dark out and you couldn't see it anymore. But it basically remained stationless in the sky, and there's no explanation for it. Anyhow, I will leave the link, for this video. This guy's name is Arslan Warraich. I hope I said his name correctly. And the video, it's titled "UFO Hovering Over Islamabad." He said this is, and he writes, this is the longest recorded UFO sighting by a civilian on record. 13 minutes of footage. I saw this when I was landing my drone. It hovered for over 2 hours at this spot when eventually it got dark and I couldn't see it anymore. And he has the video, and you can see the pictures. He actually not only does he have like video of this, the 13 minutes of video, but then toward the end of it, he also has still images of it, like close-ups of it to give you an idea of what it really looks like. And there was actually a recent article here in the Sun on February 22nd, and it's headlined. It says, "Watch this. Space. Mysterious bulging triangle UFO filmed lurking over major city for 2 hours, leaving alien hunters stunned." It says the unusual object was spotted prowling the skies of Islamabad, Pakistan in broad daylight by an extraterrestrial enthusiast. And it says here, gobsmacked Arslan Warraich says he spent a lengthy 2 hours watching the triangular shape hovering above the capital city. The 33-year-old was mesmerized by the unusual object drifting over the city's wealthy DHA-1 district, and the clip has now sent skywatchers' tongues wagging. He recorded the UFO making the most of the clear airspace for over 12 minutes from different angles to acquire the best view. The businessman, formerly of Birmingham, then shared the unbelievable sighting on the internet for other alien fanatics to enjoy. Arslan explained, "I still don't know what it was. I filmed it for over 12 minutes at different times, took dozens of pictures, and observed it for the best part of 2 hours. To the naked eye, it seemed like a black round rock, but as I zoomed in, I could see it was roughly the shape of a triangle with a clear bulge on top towards the back. It was solid black and had no sharp edges. It wasn't reflecting too much light, and no lights were emanating from it. In the extraordinary footage, the mystifying object is seen hanging motionless over the hustle and bustle of the capital city below. A fly and several birds then also crossed into the shot, showing the clear difference between the creatures and the distant UFO. Arslan added, "I don't know what it was, but I know what it wasn't. It wasn't a bird. I actually got birds in the clip while I was filming this thing. I fly drones myself, so I know it wasn't a commercial drone either. And it makes no sense for our military to be flying secret drones over a posh area of Islamabad, where most of the army and government officers live." After sharing the enthralling clip online, he sparked a frenzy amongst fellow UFO hunters who applauded the clarity of the sighting. One admirer wrote, "The recording is extremely high quality, not just for the technical achievement of such extended physical effort to track it for so long, but also for the extended verbal commentary and description of the event. Do you realize how rare a document like this is?" Another viewer added, "This is how you capture a UFO." While a third conspiracy theorist, I don't like the idea, a conspiracy theorist. Why does somebody who believes in UFOs have to be a conspiracy theorist? Anyway, continuing. While a third conspiracy theorist suggested the interestingly shaped object was a perfect match for a sighting they had in New York. They wrote, "It was just like this, not blinking lights, no nothing, just floating in the sky for about 4 minutes, and then it went up until it was completely gone." It says, Arslan stayed to appreciate the curious shapes swirling in the skies were too dark to see. He brushed off skeptics' comments, insisting regardless of what he saw, humans are not alone in the universe. He continued, "With the number of stars and planets in the known universe, it is statistically impossible that we are the only intelligent beings in the universe. There must be civilizations which are millions or billions of years more advanced than us, and then there must be others that are just starting out. Have they visited Earth? I think we have to look at the evidence and go where it leads. There is certainly a possibility." Now there were some people, if you there was some other articles I read, but there's some people were suggesting that it might have been a kite. Now, Arslan insists, like if you listen to his video, he says it's not a kite. It wasn't a kite. I mean, he said the thing is just basically motionless. I mean, a kite's going to blow around a little bit up there in the wind. I mean, he's watching this thing for 2 hours, and this thing is like steadfast. It's not moving, and it's just there even as you know, it got dark out. And as far as he knows, it was still there when it got dark out. You know, what was it? You know, it's a very strange looking object, and it could be, you know, it either. I guess there's a possibility it could be some sort of secret, you know, high-tech drone owned by the military, or it could be something extraterrestrial. It's either one or the other. Or I guess there is a possibility it could be something else. But I mean, when you look at this, I mean, it looks like a solid craft to me. Again, see the problem. The only problem I have with these kind of images and these kind of sightings is that it's pretty far away. And that just, when something's far away, you just don't have the, I mean, you just can't make a lot out. I mean, you know, there's always that chance it could be something else. But I mean, apparently, like the way he said, this thing was just completely motionless in the sky. You wouldn't, that's not really the way a kite would act, you know, especially over a 2-hour period. So who knows? You know, if it's a kite, it's a kite, but I don't think it is. I mean, you know, I could be wrong. But again, the problem is that the sighting is just so far away. It's just so far away. And that's, you know, again, it's a really, I love the video. I think it's great. I'm glad we have this, right? But, you know, the thing's far away, and it's just so hard to tell. It'd be great to see some, you know, close-up pictures of these things. I wish back in 1994 when I had my UFO sighting, I wish we would have had a camera there with us, you know, to take a picture of this thing, because it was, you know, 10, 15 feet right in front of us, only 2.5 stories off the ground. You know, it would have been nice to have a camera to take a picture of it, but, you know, back in 1994, you know, there were no cell phones or anything like that at that point. So, but yeah, this is pretty interesting. You know, it could be extraterrestrial. I mean, I guess we're probably never going to know. You know, it could be, or I guess there's always that possibility. It could be some sort of a military craft, but what was it doing? Why was it doing this? You know, why? You know, if it's actually makes more sense being extraterrestrial. I mean, it's hanging out. You know, what's it doing? It's you know, observing us, or, you know, some sort of probe maybe. You know, just, you know, taking pictures. You know, who knows? Cataloging events of human history. I mean, what are these things up to? It's all guesswork.